You know, we're going to start this recipe by adding a little. We have bacon, and then we're going to add some chopped onion.
Tiny amount of bacon, just 2 ounces.
Right.
And,
okay. Get that cooking.
And some onions, like a half of an onion.
Right, half a small onion chopped up. We're going to let that cook till it softens up a little bit, and then we're going to add a half a Granny Smith apple, diced up.
Oh, yum.
There we go.
And this is the stuffing for the Cornish hens.
Right, this is the stuffing from the Cornish hens. And, you know, the inspiration for this dish is really the, I'm doing a little work with Quaker, and they have this great new cereal.
Quaker Oats?
Quaker Oats, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Called Simple Harvest. And a lot of the flavors, the oats and the wheat and barley, it's all natural cereal.
Look how good this looks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, we have, how about that? Mm.
Yum, yum, yum.
So we have everything cooked. When that's nice and soft, we're just going to add it to a bowl.
And this is enough for 4 Cornish hens.
Right.
Okay.
And then we have our bread. And it's just a toasted baguette. And to toss that together. And then, of course, we're going to add some butter because, you know,
butter's
butter.
good.
It's a good thing.
And it comes from the farm.
It does. So we add that.
So how much is that? About 3 tablespoons?
That's about 6 tablespoons, actually.
6 tablespoons,
yeah.
okay.
6 tablespoons. And then...
And so your hard toasted bread now becomes soft and delicious.
Right, well, and with the addition of the chicken stock, warm chicken stock, and this is 1 cup, but you kind of have to eyeball this, and when it looks like it's softening up, you can stop. But we're going to add most of this because the bread's really dry. It's going to absorb a lot of that. And then we're going to go and we're going to add some spices to here. We have some cinnamon.
Oh, so cinnamon, which is very good for you.
Right, and some sage.
Healthy.
And
has a lot of benefits, and sage also very good for you.
And a little salt and pepper, just to taste. Okay. And we kind of let that. Now, once this cools down, then we're going to add our egg.
So we have one. Does that one have egg already?
Yes, that has egg. So we'll just dump that in.
Okay, so 1 egg. And what's the egg going to do? Bind?
Well, it's going to bind all together. So when we cook the chickens, the stuffing's going to all sort of come together.
So you know Tom is on television like all the time. Every time you go past Bravo, there's Tom. And you're just so, you're not mean exactly.
No, firm but
you
fair.
are firm but fair on all those young chefs who, some have terrible recipes, some have brilliant recipes.
You know, I think what happens is the nerves gets the best of them. They
Is that what happens?
Yeah, I think so. They're given a very small amount of time to think on their feet and cook, and under a lot of pressure. And so, you know, it's a tough gig. But we just finished our 3rd season, and
well, it's so successful. Everybody loves it. You're great.
Thanks. Okay, so now we have our birds. Martha, you take 1.
Okay, I'd like to stuff 1.
And the Cornish hen, this is a baby chicken, but it's a cross between a Cornish chicken and a white chicken. And that's how we have a Cornish hen. So you can stuff it in there.
Okay, so are you going to stuff 1 too?
Yeah, I think so.
Stuff 1? Okay, so don't stuff it too packed because it might kind of burst.
Exactly. And then we have some string, and you can sort of tie that up.
Okay. There. And these are very handy to have around, Cornish hens, because they cook easily. They're simple. They're a very generous serving. See, I just trust like that. Do you trust around like that too?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
Okay. I'm not going to trust this one because I don't see my string up here, but that's okay.
I'm sorry.
Nah, that's fine. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just put them in our roasting pan. Medium heat. This doesn't need to be screaming hot. And you want to make sure the chicken's really dry before you put it in there so it doesn't stick. And nice and gently. You don't need to... Yeah, you can add those too.
And brown them?
And we're going to brown them. And we're going to brown them until a nice brown on the breast side. We're going to flip them over, and then they go in the oven. So we're going to start by... We cut the leeks into little strips.
Yeah, show how you cut them. Because
yes. Well, real important. Leeks usually have a lot of dirt in them, a lot of sand and a lot of grit. These are actually beautiful, but yeah,
no, they're dirty.
You can see that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And so you have to make sure you clean them really well before you cut them, and you can clean them, you know, after they're cut as well. But we just kind of make nice little strips with them, and then after that's done.
And then cut them into what, like 1 inch or 1.5 inch?
Yeah, about 1.5 inches, 1.25 pieces. Yeah.
Pretty.
Yeah.
And then as you soak them, all the dirt falls to the bottom, and that's good.
Right.
Okay, so now this drained goes right into...
Yes, into the butter.
Okay, how much butter is this? 4 tablespoons.
Yeah, about 4 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to let that just stew. I'm going to take some out of here only because it's
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have it done. We have it here.
Oh, we do. Okay.
Yeah.
But actually, when we put this
It's
in
my
there,
lunch for tomorrow.
It's your lunch for tomorrow.
I love leeks cooked in butter. One of the most delicious combinations is leeks and butter.
Yeah, they are.
Okay, so this
now,
cooks.
once you
Any
cook
salt
this,
on here?
Salt and pepper, yeah.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper on everything. We're just kind of forgetting up here as I go, but salt and pepper on everything.
I'm just learning how.
Yeah.
Your way.
Okay. And then we let that sweat, and this is important. It's not. We don't want to put color on this.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're just sweating it. So it ends up looking like this.
Okay.
When we get to this stage,
So here
we're going to add some potatoes. This is 2 Yukon Golds. I'll just put some of them in.
So these are just diced Yukon Gold.
Just diced.
And look at how pretty and yellow Yukon Gold potatoes are. If you haven't cooked with Yukon Gold, you should. It's really just delicious.
And of course, a little more salt. And we're
Okay.
going to let that just cook a little bit.
Okay. And so like magic, this is what happens.
Well, magic, a little bit of chicken stock.
Okay.
And again, if you don't have chicken stock, use water. It's fine.
And I'm just swapping
Swap it
out.
out. There we go. And so we have this little ragu right here, and that's going to go underneath. That's going to go underneath the Cornish hens. Now, Martha, if we slide down here real quick.
Okay.
Now, sauce work is cumbersome and hard to do. This is really easy. This is maple syrup. It's a cup of maple syrup, and we add that to our saucepan, and we have a half a cup of sherry vinegar, and we're going to add that.
But real maple syrup, not the fake
no, this
stuff.
is the real stuff. Yeah. It's called a gastrique. Okay.
Okay.
And then we're going to add our spices. We have some bay leaf. We have some vanilla.
Split that? Split that?
Right.
Okay.
And some star anise and some black pepper. We're going to cook that all the way down.
You want the whole? You want
Yeah,
the whole
just split it.
vanilla?
You can throw the whole thing right in there.
Okay.
And then I need you to bring over the leeks.
Okay.
Okay. Right before that, where are the nuts? Okay, here we go. I knew there was one thing missing. We have these spiced nuts over here, and we're going to add those to the ragu. These are just cooked in a cayenne pepper, a little cardamom, and some fennel seed.
How beautiful.
A little sugar. And then we're going to take this and this underneath this little base.
Oh, it smells so good. And the gastrique cooks for how long?
The gastrique, just until it's a sauce consistency. It all depends.
What does gastrique mean?
It's just a little French word for sweet sour, I guess.
Oh, okay.
And the Cornish hen on top, and a little bit of the gastrique around.
So as it cooks, it really gets nice and
And then just
thick.
some sage on there.
That's for me.
And
That's
very
my
simple.
lunch. How beautiful.